Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Today I have brought these props with me because apparently there is some mad good spoon playing in this song. When I heard that Cornell had written a song called Spoonman, I thought that it had a metaphorical meaning, but no, the song is actually about a guy who plays the spoons, and I am so intrigued. So let's get to it. First things first, the Spoon Man. I looked this up. His name is Artis, and he was in Santa Monica at one point, Seattle later. There are clips of him on YouTube, and he's incredible. This is the song, the guy, or this is the guy the song is actually written about. And that was him playing at the beginning. It is insane. The things I've seen of him so far, it's just super, super crazy. He makes you look at a spoon in a whole new way. It's so interesting that they put him at the very, very beginning. I love that we had a feature of the Spoon Man right away. And I like the way he's trying out the different sounds on the spoons. Typically, if instruments are made of the same kind of material, usually a smaller instrument will be higher in pitch, a bigger instrument will be lower in pitch, but there's all kinds of different factors that can go into this. But it's really fun just from looking at the way he's playing with different spoons and listening to the pitches of them and also the different timbres of them. Like, is this one more sharp? Is this one more mellow? He clearly has developed this incredible ear for spoons, and it's super, super fascinating. And then we get into the song proper. One of the most interesting things to me immediately is the time signature. It's a weird one, and I'm going to go back. I need to make sure that it's the weird one I think it is. I love this. Is like the way he unfurls his spoons. It's like how percussionists in a classical orchestra will unfurl all of their various instruments for hitting on other instruments. It's like he's just got this beautiful array of spoons. That's crazy. Those sound like tubular bells. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they switch up in a couple of spots here. It sounds like it's really cool. But you have at first a 7/4. The riff that starts immediately is in 7/4 time. That's crazy to me because they're talking about feeling the rhythm right away. And a lot of times when we associate feeling the rhythm, we're going to think about something that's 4/4 that we can really like dance to in a club, or something that has a certain evenness to it. 7/4 is jarring. We can kind of headbang, but then all of a sudden it gets to this point where we feel like there should be an extra beat in there, right? Let's do that one more time. Oh, it's so cool. He's so talented. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. It's like one short of 4/4 essentially. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we get 2 4/4s there instead. A few things about Chris Cornell's voice. The very opening line, it draws a person in right away. I love the way it goes up and is drawn out. It immediately creates a sense of wow, right? This voice is powerful. There's so much connection in his sound. It feels like it's coming from his gut. It's like a elongated yell in a lot of ways that has maybe some more beauty built into it. I always like to think of opera singing as just yelling for a long time and making it sound pretty. I think that big belting and rock and roll is similar. Yelling for a long time, make it have some beauty, but also make it have some extended grit. Like it needs to have a little less of just the pretty stuff and a little more of the life gunk stuff in it. So with Chris Cornell, I love that first line, the way he goes up there. It's just an extended, nice, gritty yell. It sounds like it's produced really, really nicely. I'm going to go back one more time because I love that just opening line. I like the ums too. And I like the way that they've produced these two vocals differently. I think it's a different singer, but I'm not 100% sure of that. He could be sort of modulating and creating a different sound. But I think it's a different singer that's singing Steal the Rhythm While You Can, I believe. Yeah, Steal the Rhythm While You Can. But it is very interesting that they've panned that sound totally to the right in my headphones. There's essentially a key shift that happens right there when we get to this last part. And it's very surprising to me. It didn't have a modulatory sequence building up to it. It was very, very sudden. Oh, that's so good. Oh, nice. Wow, I love the way he hollers out and all my friends are skeletons. The way he starts up high there. Again, that gritty sound in his voice. It's so visceral. There's so much forward resonance and almost like a shimmer that happens in the grit with him as well. It's really, I say visceral, but and I say grabbing, but there's another word in there, a better adjective to describe it. I have to say, in our live chat premieres on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. that are here on the channel, you all have some amazing descriptions that you come up with in those chats. You've had some of my favorite descriptions I've ever heard of different voices. So if y'all have a great description for how that top part sounds to you, write it now in live chat. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. You're really awesome with words. I want to go back. Yeah, and all my friends are so I like the way that it didn't sound like it was necessarily supposed to have a dedicated pitch. It's just primal expression. One of the things that's so much fun about this, and this song is fun, it's got such a good beat to it, but it also has some really good guitar licks. And I hear them going from one side of the headphones to the other side. It sort of does this ripple wave across. I just love when I get to hear that kind of placement in headphones, that kind of spatialization. And if you do not have an excellent pair of headphones, we do have a link down below in the description to my Sweetwater page where I've suggested a bunch of different gear. There's some different headphones on there, different ones to match different kinds of needs. So you can go check that out. I really highly recommend. If you love music, you will love it even more if you experience it within a great set of headphones or also speakers, monitors. Those are cool too. Okay, back a little bit. It's so cool. I don't understand how the Spoonman is going to save Chris Cornell. First of all, rip Chris Cornell. But the lyrics, when I read them over, it kept talking about the Spoonman saving him. And I feel like there's some sort of personal connection that he has with this Spoonman, or maybe he's essentially projecting something that he sees in his own life onto the Spoonman. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating because when you hear somebody say, "save me," you immediately understand that this relationship between the Spoonman and that person, it's on a whole other level. We're talking possibly religious kind of level. It is a lot more intense than you would expect. And that makes it a very interesting relationship to hear about. And apparently just by feeling the rhythm more, you get this idea that maybe that will help save this person. It's fascinating. And I feel like the lyrics could be analyzed in much more depth. That 7/4 is smooth. So even those come ons were in different areas of the headphones. The spatialization was awesome. I think that is Artis that we're seeing in the music video, the actual Spoonman there. I recognize him from other clips I've seen. And also, I'm going to go back and catch that scream that Chris just started because it was really awesome and I cut it off so short. I'm so sorry. The distortion in his voice so highly resembles a distortion on electric guitar. Those two go together. They were meant to go together. The timbre is very, very similar to my ears. One more time. It's good. He's so amazing. One of the glorious things about big cities in this world, I think, are the street musicians. And I always get sad when people just walk by them and don't pay attention at all. There are so many street musicians out there who are incredible. I remember seeing somebody just playing glass cups with water in them at one point in Sweden. That was one of the things I just stopped and watched for hours because it was so incredible. There's like so many really, really cool things out there. So I think it's one of the great joys to go out in a city and see street musicians playing. And it's so very, very cool that they featured him. Also, I think there's this sort of stereotype idea that street musicians are total bums. And that's just not true. There are many crazy accomplished musicians that are playing on the streets, and maybe they're playing in Carnegie Hall one day and they're playing on the subway the next day. This happens. So next time you see a street musician, just take a moment and listen and maybe, throw them $1, give them some support because they're providing you free entertainment, free beautifying of wherever you are. It's such a special thing and something I really hope that we encourage more in culture across the world. Spoons are so cool too. I had no idea until I started digging a little more into this video how cool spoons can be, just having the idea of different kinds and shapes of them and how they can create different tones. It really reminds me almost of tubular bells or some other fun things like that. So I got these spoons and apparently having ones that are like more medium, they can provide like more of a more mild tone. And you're supposed to put a finger between them, but you can find this all out online. But anyhow, you place them back to back like that, and then you smack them essentially against your leg. I'm not very good at it yet, but I started playing with it, and I think I'm going to practice some. And the fact that you can just get 2 spoons and create a really cool instrument for almost no money at all, that's awesome. I think it's really cool. But then I see this guy, Artis, and he takes it to a whole new level by the way he's taking them and even smacking on his cheek with them sometimes. So he's using not just the spoon, but his entire body as a percussive instrument, which is very interesting and creates all kinds of different tones. And then he's also dancing with it, which reminds me of Lindsay Sterling and the way she dances and plays at the same time. I think it's so incredible. What an amazing and creative way to make music and entertainment and experience rhythm. Very, very cool. Okay. I talked long enough. We're going to go back to this bridge and watch it one more time because, oh my goodness, we need to appreciate this form of art more. All of the different tones are really interesting to me, not just the rhythms. This man's entire body is essentially a drum kit right now. Just think about all of the different places that he's hitting the different tones, the way he's chosen the spoons that he's going to use. Of course, you have how hard he's going to smack those spoons, and you have both hands that can be responsible for that too. I want to reiterate the thrill of how they're blending between different time signatures here. It is really nice. It feels so fluid despite having a very jarring time signature in that riff, and that makes the riff set itself apart as well. I like it. Also, I like the way it rocks. Says the opera singer. I've become so fond of rock and metal music. Where's this hollering? Whoa. Oh, that's a cool ending. Oh, it's a really cool ending. I love the sound of the spoons just like rolling out underneath the spoon man at the end. It's such a snappy ending. I really like Chris Cornell's songwriting. It is such a random subject to write about, but it's so good. It has made an incredible song. I love the 7/4 and how it weaved into things, and it came into this guitar lick that was just super catchy. I hear it playing still in my head. And now I just think that the Spoon Man is the coolest person on the planet. I thought he was cool before, but after this song and the rocking out to this song in honor of the Spoon Man is officially the coolest person on the planet. If you'd like to see some more analysis of some Chris Cornell music, there is a playlist over here, and I hope to see you again in another video soon. Bye!